Hello guys, today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we work on our TDA reading bookmark. TDA, remember, it stands for text dependent analysis, that fancy way of saying that this is a question you're going to answer about your reading, okay? If you're forgetting any of that, please feel free to look over here and you will see the chart that reminds us how we set that up. Okay, that we obviously read the question, and then our first sentence is where we reword the question and answer it, and then we write 4 or 5 sentences sharing the evidence and explaining our evidence, and then we have a closing sentence. Today I'm going to help you because I'm going to give you that first sentence and the last sentence. So really you're just going to have to copy those and write them down on your bookmark and then fill in the evidence and answer the question. So hopefully you will level up from last week, and if you got a 1 you'll get a 2, at least a 2, if not better. If you got a 2 you'll get a 3, if not better. If you got a 3 you'll get a 4. If you got a 4, well, hopefully you'll get another 4. Okay, so I want you to kind of remember our lesson from yesterday where we talked about the fact that an image is a picture, and that when we are reading, we can hopefully have these little snapshots in our head based on details that we've read in the text, right? And I was thinking about my image of Keisha and Albert's reaction to Allie's story about Shay, and then I had some evidence to support that because I pulled details straight from the passage. And I told you yesterday that you would be referring to this, okay, to help you with your assignment today. Now, first let me explain to you that you are not using the same one that I'm doing, okay? You are working on your guided reading book. So if you're reading The One and Only Ivan, then you're working on The One and Only Ivan. If you're reading Stink, then you're using that book. If you read Andy Shane, then you will use those books. Then you can get them from my table. So the question today says, describe the image the author created while you were reading. Well, the image is simply the picture in your head. Remember, image and picture are synonyms. So you're thinking about an image or a picture in your head that you had while reading The One and Only Ivan, or while reading Stink, or while reading Andy Shay. I'm going to model using my chart from Fish in a Tree. So I'm going to start by rewording the question, and I'm going to say the image, and you may not be able to see this, but I'll show you in a second. The image the author created while I was reading, and you can write this exact thing, but your answer is going to be different because you're reading a different book, okay? And the image is different, obviously. The image the author created while I was reading Fish in a Tree happened during the part of the book when Allie told Keisha and Albert her secret about Shay. Okay? Pretty long first sentence, but if you notice here, I reworded the question. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to say the image the author created while I was reading The One and Only Ivan was when Ivan, blah, 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 blah. You fill in the blank, okay? Or you might be writing the image the author created while I was reading Andy Shane was when the puppies were in the box, or whatever it is. The image the author created while I was reading Stink happened when Stink was testing out all the smelling objects. So you're going to reword your question and answer it here. And it's not going to be short, okay? So I've got that, and then way down here, I could just sum it up with my sentence. But now I've got to use my evidence. Well, I'm going to use the exact same evidence that I had on the board, okay? What I'm going to say is, now I want to share and explain my evidence, and that's tricky sometimes. It's always nice to start with for example, because then you can start sharing examples and then kind of explain them, okay? So I'm going to say, for example, and I'm going to write just what I wrote. Okay, Keisha I need to kind of peek at it. Keisha hangs over the table laughing. And this is actually a direct quote, so I need to put quotation marks because that means I stole it right from the book. Keisha hangs over the table laughing while Albert, looks like I stuck him with a pin, while Albert looks like I stuck him with a pin. Notice that my question doesn't say I have to doesn't tell me how many pieces of evidence. When it doesn't tell me, then I need to have at least one. But if I want an E, I want to go above and beyond. I want more than one if I want a 4, okay? And I still haven't explained. So I'm just going to say, for example, Keisha hangs over the table laughing while Albert looks like I stuck him with a pin. Okay? Another detail I could picture was when Keisha, now I'm not taking it directly from the text, I'm kind of putting in my own words. When Keisha got louder laughing, and Albert raised his eyebrows. But I have to explain myself. I need to explain. I've given 2 pieces of evidence, but I haven't explained how they help me make a picture. So now I'm going to say I could just picture how hilarious Keisha thought Allie's story was, and how shocked Albert was that Allie did such a thing. Okay? So I gave my 2 pieces of evidence, and then I have a sentence here explaining my evidence. How did that help me make a picture? What did that show me in my head? Okay? So let's look at this so far, because I'm not done. I'm missing my closing sentence. Okay? So let's look at it. Describe the image, the picture the author created while you were reading. How the author created in your head. So first, you want to reword the question. The image the author created while I was reading Fish in a Tree happened during the part of the book when Allie told Keisha and Albert her secret about Shay, period. Okay? For example, now I'm sharing my evidence. Keisha hangs over the table laughing while Albert looks like I stuck him with a pin. That's a direct quote, so I have quotes around it. Another detail I could picture was when Keisha got louder laughing and Albert raised his eyebrows. Now I have to explain that. I could picture how hilarious Keisha, and I had put an A there, thought Allie's story was, and how shocked Albert was that Allie did such a thing. So now I just need my closing sentence. Okay. I'm going to fix Keisha's name here. She's not Quiche. even though that's a pretty cool name. So now my closing sentence, okay? And remember, your closing sentence can be so simple. This shows how the author helped me picture. This shows how the author helped me create a picture in my head. You can copy that exact ending if you want, okay? You can write that exact sentence as an ending if you want to. This shows how the author helped me create a picture in my head, okay? So right here, this is a 4 because I gave more than just one example. I gave 2 examples. You could give 3 and then explain it, okay? Because if I don't ask you a certain number, if I don't say describe 2, pieces, supporting details, or if I don't say that, then it's automatically one thing. So you're going to add at least one piece of evidence, one sentence, one part of the book that helped you make a picture in your head, one really descriptive, strong detail from your text, and then explain how it helped you. What did it help you picture? This helped me picture how hilarious Keisha just thought this story was and how surprised Albert was. Instead of the author telling me that, they showed me by their actions. So let's recap what you're doing right now. So you're going to answer this question. Okay, you have your own paper, and you're going to turn it in today. You're going to do it before you read independently. So you're going to describe the image or the picture that the author created while you were reading your book. Could have been today, could have been yesterday's reading. Go back into your book. You're rewording the question and then answering it, like I did in pink. The image the author created while I was reading, and then write your title. Happened during the part of the book when blank, and fill in the blank. So the image the author created while I was reading Fish in a Tree happened during the part of the book when Allie told Keisha and Albert her secret about Shay. Use those magic words, for example, to share your evidence. For example, Keisha hangs over the table laughing while Albert looks like I stuck him with a pin. Another detail I could picture was when Keisha got louder laughing and Albert raised his eyebrows. I could picture how hilarious Keisha thought Allie's story was and how shocked Albert was that Allie did such a thing. So there's my sentence explaining my evidence. And then everybody can end with the exact same sentence here. This shows how the author helped me create a picture in my head. Okay? So I feel like I've given you a lot of support today, and you should be able to do this on your own. Remember, you're answering the question based on your guided reading book, either the One and Only Ivan, or the Stink book you're reading, or Andy Shay. Okay? Use your book to help you. Take your time and do your best. The sub will collect them, and then I will get them graded as soon as I can. Okay? Have a great day, guys.